Thank you. So nice to see you all. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hope he's on his way. Oh. That's all right. Geshela,
Tashi Dele, Losar Tashi Dele, happy Losar.
Happy Losar to you, Geshela.
Yeah.
Oh,
Happy
thank you
Losar
so
to everyone.
much. Beautiful.
How
thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I think we're all doing okay.
How is everyone doing there? You had your lunch?
Yes, all lunched.
Okay.
Finished. Yeah.
Wonderful. Hello.
Geshela, and how are you on the other side of the world now? Today?
Good. Today weather is okay. Only a bit chilly, but okay.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Geshela. So today we really hoped that you'll be able to join us to give us some inspiration for the new year ahead, and talking about our meditation practice that sometimes gets left on the cushion. We're wondering how to bring it out of the cushion sometimes like that. And whatever else, Geshe, you are able to offer. Thank you so much today. So very warm welcome from Chakdon Chentong and everybody, all our friends online joining us from many different countries around the world, many dear friends. And we all welcome you warmly.
Thank you. Yeah, I think first of all, I think you all are the inspiration. You, each and every one of you, you are the inspiration for many, for me too, in many ways. Despite quite a busy life, isn't it? Family, job, and there's lots of distractions in the world. Material distractions, emotional distractions. But then again, you still find time to practice the Dharma, find time to, let's say today, get together here to enhance the spiritual environment within and without, and also at home, you are trying your very best in every day-to-day. Try to remember Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Try to recite, prayers, mantras. And when you are engaging with your family members and friends and people at the workplace or whoever comes in your way, you really, try your very best to be mindful about your actions of your body, speech, and mind in relation to them. try to be as gentle as possible, as soft as possible, as kind as possible, as patient as possible, and yeah, all these are not easy, but you are trying your very best, and you did try your very best, and and you succeeded in many times, in many occasions, in these practices. So this is great inspiration. This is what I mean. Each and every one of you carries a lot of meaningful qualities in life, which are inspiration to many others. Looking at the magnitude of the distractions is so powerful out there, so great. And then still, you try to compose yourself and try your very best to live accordingly with the Dharma, and express that Dharma through your three doors, through your day-to-day actions, and this is great practice, truly great practice. Now then, when we talk about inner world, the distractions of negative emotions is huge, very strong, very habitual, very frequent arising in us, isn't it? When it comes to attachment grasping, ego graspings, aversion, jealousy, etc. is so strong, so frequent, it's almost like always ready at the door to completely occupy you, isn't it? Then also the low self-esteem, very easy to feel low about yourself, feel low about everything, feel meaningless, feel worthless, not good enough. It's quite difficult to feel that, okay, I did well. The deeds are meaningful, the life is meaningful, the life is so fulfilling. It's quite hard to arise such kind of thoughts. But instead, always something is bothering you, feeling something is not enough. If you have relationship, you feel like something is not enough. If you have children, you feel something is not enough again. If you already have a job, also feel something is not enough. If you don't have a job, also something is not enough. If you don't have relationship, also something is not enough. These are the habitual negative emotion that we have been behaving like that most of the time, not only in this lifetime, but even before this life. Most of the time, we behave very self-centeredly, negatively, and those resulting in our day-to-day life now. But despite that, you try to find every ways to not to occupy it, the control of those negative emotions. Try your very best to go to the center. Try your very best to sign for retreats, and try to open your Dharma books. Squeeze yourself to remember those advice and the teachings that you received from your teacher, and try to open your notebook that which you accumulated hundreds and hundreds of pages from so many different retreats, teaching course, etc. And that's inspiring. I would say that's very inspiring. Comparing to the power of those negative habitual, the imprint that we carry, and try to apply antidote, not to get overwhelmed by that. And that is really inspiring. So, yeah. So I think you all are doing great, I would say. What I say is just a few reminders only. I think you are doing much more greater than how much I can say. So I think that is one of the reason that we can really celebrate the new year. We can really say Happy New Year. Otherwise, 1 year become older, nearer to the death. What to celebrate, isn't it? But when we think of all the practices that you have done in your very best, and you're still sustaining that, and you still come together here, or even those of you who are not here, in your own way, you are relating to some, Dharma environment in this New Year period, and that is really something to be celebrated. Really, we should honor you, reward you. So now, from here, then we have to acknowledge that if we try, we do have capability to overcome the influence of negativities. If we are diligent enough, mindful enough, consistent learning of the Dharma, consistent, practicing the Dharma in many ways, either through study, through contemplation, through meditation, through other form of service in virtue to the Dharma, to sentient beings. Start from taking good care of yourself in virtue, and taking good care of your family members. So so should acknowledge that how destructive the environment is. If I try my best, I can live on the path. I can live on the path to enlightenment. I can live my life full of meaning in the service of happiness of sentient being. And that purpose, the happiness, and not just temporary happiness, but whatever you do with your altruistic motivation, selfless motivation, loving, compassionate motivation. So therefore, whatever service that you offer, taking care of even one sentient being, that's yourself, is the benefit is up to enlightenment. And when the benefit is enlightenment, ultimately the benefit is shared by entire numberless sentient beings, as long as the benefit that you achieve through virtuous practices infused by altruism, in actual action maybe for one person, but ultimately the benefit received by entire numberless sentient beings, you see. So from there, you can also understand altruistically taking good care of your mind, altruistically taking good care of your life, your being in virtue, is ultimately you are working for the benefit of numberless sentient beings. In order to bring happiness to others, first yourself need to have the resources of the inner peace, the virtue, the all the resources for happiness to yourself, genuine sense of happiness. Without that, even if we wish to benefit others, we will be limited with the tools to offer benefit to others. So therefore, even when we expressed the bodhicitta carries the two aspirations: the aspiration oneself to achieve full enlightenment, and that enlightenment dedicating for the benefit of the rest of the numberless sentient beings' enlightenment. The altruism, the bodhicitta didn't say the aspiration is just one, only benefiting the rest of the sentient being and forget about yourself. It didn't say that. Those of you who have learned the exact definition of bodhicitta, then there's a true aspiration has to be there. You see, so when you are working towards the result of altruism for yourself and for the sentient being, it is about starting to accumulate the resources for inner peace, resources for genuine happiness to yourself. Start from there. You start to accumulate genuine, resources for genuine happiness. Genuine happiness is needed. It is virtue. It is true happiness, which we can also call as the inner peace. The inner peace, genuine happiness, can come in our way with the right cause. And what are those causes? The cause are the virtues, the Dharma. When we talk about Dharma, what do you mean by Dharma? Dharma meaning, antidote to the negative mind, antidote to the negativities is called Dharma. You see, so Dharma is the tool or the antidote that bring about purifications of not beneficial attitudes, not beneficial actions, not beneficial actions of body, speech, and mind. So that antidote is called Dharma. You see, so when we gather any form of beneficial attitude and beneficial actions, so beneficial attitudes such as generating love, generating compassion, expressing forgiveness, expressing pure view, expressing pure view about self, the ultimate view of self. No, then those of you who practice, deity yogas, then the relative, the pure view of being oneness as a deity. If not, at least even those who do not practice tantra, for everybody, we can gather this virtuous attitude of the pure view about self as carrying the Buddha nature. When you express just one such virtuous attitude, you are gathering right causes for inner peace. And that inner peace, as well as that virtue, serve as a right cause for your ultimate enlightenment. And that ultimate enlightenment is the right cause for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. So without oneself achieving this state of enlightenment, it's not possible that you're able to lead others in the state of enlightenment. So first, we have to fulfill the aspirations of oneself, achieving enlightenment. You see, and that aspiration is not like the aspiration expressed by those who follow the path of nirvana. The path of nirvana is very much self-alone concerned. The self-aspiration aspiration towards enlightenment is ultimately concerned for the benefit of the rest of the numberless sentient beings. So these two are a huge difference. You see, so like that. So therefore, yeah. So first is to acknowledge, acknowledge that I've tried my best and I've achieved the result. And the proof is your present time of your being. There's a huge transformation that you can witness within yourself. One of the very obvious example is you are still continuing the practice, and that alone is a huge. There's so many people have given up the practice. So many people they have tried, they have tried to follow the path, but then halfway they give up. There's so many people, they have tried to practice, but then the distractions are overwhelming. They completely forgot about the path. Without even knowing that they have given up, but they just like completely distracted. There are many individuals before they find their partner, and they are practicing, and after they found the partner, they're quite happy with the samsara. And then after that, then the Dhamma practice, they're completely given up. It happens for many. Then there are also some that when they are with the partner, the samsara is quite comfortable, and they also, by the way, they also pursue the Dhamma. But when the relationship got into problem, they completely give up the Dhamma also. There are also many like that. Then especially there are individuals that the initial motivation of pursuing the Dharma is for worldly purpose, not for liberation, not for enlightenment. So if the worldly situation doesn't improve after after practicing, after reciting mantra, after taking refuge, after practicing Buddhist vows, after, learning Lamrim, after receiving initiation, it's not getting richer, not getting healthier. The relationship also not really not improving. Then they start to believe that Dharma is useless. They give up. There are many like that. There are many people who give up. Each and every one of you here you're not part of that gang. Not part of that yeah, like, is it? Some people, they when their business is going well, they really, they keep up with their practice. When the business goes wrong, they give up. They say Dharma no use, due to lacking of the correct motivation at the beginning of practicing Dharma. Then there are also some individual practitioners, they are quite serious. They even go into a deep retreat, but then after finish retreat, they see there's no changes in me. There's no light, there's no lightning coming out from my body. I cannot fly. I cannot hit my cushion with the snapping of finger. So, this retreat no use. I practice tumu practice, but then now I'm in a very freezing cold place. Like me here, freezing cold. I cannot hit up my cushion, so I want to give up Dharma. There are many like that. So then, yes, you see, yeah, many like that. So you're not one of them. Maybe some of you, you really diligently practice, and your buttock is almost like the Milarepa's buttock. You really sit for so long in meditation. Hello. You want to say hello to? It's my niece. You want to say hello to everybody? Say Losar tashidele. Okay, thank you. So let me finish this, okay?
I understand it.
You want to listen what I say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But don't make any noise, okay? But you're going to distract me. Oh, okay. So anyway, so like that, so there are many obstacles can comes in our way in the pursuit of Dharma, especially when you pursue of enlightenment. You have more obstacles, and more the purer you practice, the Maras are also, they want to make sure that they perform their best to destroy you. You see. So when we talk about Mara, Mara of distraction, there are so many different form of Maras out there. The Mara of delusion. Mara of delusion.
When you finish with this, can I play your game?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So.
No.
Okay, you listen what I'm saying also, okay? Yeah, so therefore, truly, you really think about your journey. There's so many form of obstacle came in your way, but you didn't give up. You see, you're sustaining your practice. And that is the realization, that is the realization. You see, that is a great realization, you see. So as long as we're able to keep up like that, then liberations or enlightenment or being active in the service of sentient beings is not far at all from us, or not away from us, you see. So like that. Then there are many other, so this is one of very obvious sign that you are sustaining, your spiritual journey, your spiritual practice. And this is truly to be rewarded. And the way to reward is rejoice. Rejoicing is the best reward. You see, when you rejoice, when you truly rejoice from depth of your heart, you really not only about accumulating even more merit out of rejoice, but it will kind of boost your conviction in your practice. You see. So that's one thing that I wanted to say. So another thing, one of the main purpose of practicing Dharma is to purify all the impurities, to purify our karma that accumulated from the past, to purify delusions that we habitual in the past, very much, to purify the samsara, the samsaric aggregates, the samsaric mind and the body and the samsaric environment. So as long as our body, speech, and mind in our very best, even for one moment, if we have decided one virtuous word like a mantra or mani padme hum, or physically, able to manage to circumambulate, holy object like stupa, or do prostration, or then mentally, able to express, loving kindness, compassion, etc. That directly antidote to purify our past negativities, the karma and the delusions, which in a physical level we don't have kind of like a tangible thing to prove to us, but in actual reality, the purification is definitely taken, in our system. You see, then not only that, we have accumulated immense of merit, through those cultivation of virtues, and those merits are the much needed conditions to develop the path and grounds, on the journey towards liberation or enlightenment. So all these things are great achievement up to now. All these things are unbelievable great achievement. You see, so that also has to acknowledge. Then another thing that must acknowledge, because of sustaining in the practice of virtue, dharma, through our body, speech, and mind, we have contributed so much of peaceful environment, virtuous environment to the world, within yourself, within your family members, within the places where you have traveled, the people that you have been together, because of yourself being in virtue, yourself being in peaceful and harmonious with the virtues, the dharma, you have consecrated, you have blessed all the people comes in your way, all the places that you have landed. So those are huge contribution. Those are huge contribution to the world peace. You see, especially in today's time, when the world going through so much of difficulties, like war, natural disaster, etc. Even one moment of cultivation of virtue by even one person is more than ever greater needed, more than ever important. So you okay? So Yeah, so therefore, so you see, so because of stay put in the Dharma practice, without even knowingly, or without yourself even noticing that you have contributed so much peaceful environment to the world. How wonderful more and more people come and practice. How wonderful all the humanity practice the virtue and the Dharma, so that in the world there won't be any form of war, disharmony, harming each other, and because of that the karma will be reduced. Then even the natural disasters, all the other form of diseases will be also reduced, you see. But unfortunately the ignorance is so powerful, and the distractions of worldly environment is so intense that not many people value the Dharma. Not many people realize how important the Dharma is, you see. So looking at this reality, then each and every one of you, your existence in Dharma practice is extremely important and extremely precious. Okay, so extremely precious, you see. So these are obvious. These are obvious examples that our past moments, our past years up to today has been very meaningful. Okay, very meaningful. So now here as a new year, especially Buddha's, the month and the days, the Buddha's miracle from the Buddha's 12 deeds is the month of the miracle. You see, when we relate to the history of Buddha performing the miracle, is to really to subdue the non-virtuous, or non-believers, wrong views. So there are many reasons. One of the reasons is that one of the main reason is to express the power of the enlightened, enlightened karsa, or express the power of the virtues, or express the power of the enlightened existence. Or in another word, Buddha display the power of the Dharma skillfully, through the performance of the miracle deeds that he performed during this first month of the Indian or the Tibetan calendar. And this year, the Chinese New Year and Tibetan New Year, they fall on the same day. And this 15 days is the days of the miracle. The Buddha performed the miracles. Even though during the actual event, Buddha challenged with non-Buddhist scholars. He challenged with the many kind of skills, and he really outstand. Initially, the many of the like non-believers, or the those who challenge him, they believe that he's the capability is they regard it as limited. Therefore proving that not to follow him, rather follow follow the other views. In other words, not to follow the Buddha's views, or not to follow the Siddhartha, Siddhartha's way. You see, so it's not about he's condemning others, or he tried to harm others, but it's very much about proving the beneficial capabilities of the quality that he carries. So similar way, Dharma practitioners, like us, for the benefit of the world, you have to uphold the Dharma, uphold the practices, uphold the way of life that you have, with dignity, with respect, with the acknowledging, with so much of rejoice, and at least acknowledge and illustrate that more than before, to the world. So it's very much. It's not like performing miracle, but in fact, you are expressing the actual qualities of the practice to the world, that others able to also appreciate and receive the benefit, and that is today, auspicious merit multiplying day. Then make a strong commitment to ourselves, that I will be even more diligent than the past year to practice the Dharma. More diligent in learning, more diligent in contemplation, more diligent in meditation. Will do more retreats. Will study more Dharma. Even an example, even those of the teachings, the texts like such as Lamrim that you may have studied 1,000 times, that then you would commit that I will study a few more 1,000 times. Even though some of the retreat that you may have complete, but then we should aspire ourselves that I will do even more intense, more committed, and more lengthy, more greater retreats, from now on. Then the service to sentient being, whether you are serving in the center, serving in any communities, that one will do even more than before, and you will serve the Dharma, you will serve the sentient being, you will serve yourself, serve others with the intact value of the Dharma, which is always carrying deep sense of wisdom, of interconnectedness, the view of emptiness, interdependent arising. You see, so then that will help us to always keep intact of following the karmic law, cause and effect. That will also help us to see the importance of relationship with everybody, everything, relationship, whatever virtuous action that you relate to others, that you will find meaning in them, You see, even you express kindness to others, but if others, instead of receiving kindness back, but then but still, you will continue to carry that value, like such as those of the teaching in adverses. When we when we are in the service of others, especially in person, especially the human, it's not easy. not easy. And sometimes even in the Dharma environment, to offer service not easy. So, but then if you have the wisdom of interconnectedness, interdependent arising, if we have the wisdom of karma, then the teaching that illustrated from the adverses of thought transformation by Geshe Tamba, all those qualities will apply within you. Even in the difficult situation with the difficult people, that you will never give up your practice. You will have a joy in your practice. So like that. Yeah. So okay. So something like that. So take opportunity to make a strong commitment, aspiration that Emma, you're making sound. Good girl. Almost. Okay. So yeah, then yeah. So one thing that more than ever, I think we really need to practice more diligently, practice more. Even comes about the time, we should practice more time. Try to practice more deeper level, more intense level. Not like hope on, hope off like that. Try to really, whatever an example, whatever deity that you are relating to, try to deepen your practice in that, and try to really reach to a point that nothing can separate your oneness being with the deities and the practices. Nothing, no obstacle can ever to interrupt. If you are if you are depending on like such as Lamrim meditation, Lamrim practice, or even in the Lamrim in a certain specific topic that you are taking as the like a trigger point, for you to always remember the Dharma practice. Try to deepen. You see, for those are some of the maybe new to Buddha Dharma. It's good that you still you go and listen many different topics, many all sort of different retreats, but those of individuals who have been practicing long time, and who already have your meditational deities, or who already know that okay, this is particular teaching or the subject that I should take as my main body practice, like such as it could be like Bodhisattva vows, Bodhisattva practice, or etc. Then I think try to find a way to go more deeper level, and that deepness comes in our way through repetition, through repetition, and also through absorption level of meditation. Not just always analyzing it, but we have to come to a point that we're able to do the practice in absorption level. So then that way, then, we may able to obviously experience the taste of the Dharma and also sustainable experience, and that way, our practice will, nothing can ever to interrupt our practice. Even the destruction of death comes in our way, the practice, it won't ever to interrupt us, so like that. So meaning that even the obstacle of death comes in our way, the imprint that you accumulated deeply will able to help us, assist us to actualize, Dharmakaya. You see, like clear light on the path, etc., like that. You see, so one thing good about the accumulating imprint of virtue. When all the conceptual mind is dissolved, the virtuous imprints, it arises. It has the ability to occur back, remember back. But any of the non-virtuous imprint, which is also one thing is good, that as the non-virtuous imprint arises as long as there's conceptual mind is there, like such as when we go through the the dissolution meditation, as long as up to the anti-conceptual dissolution, anti-conceptual mind is there, all the negative imprints, arises. The moment anti-conceptual mind is dissolved or purified, at the time that white appearance occur, then how intense negative imprint out there, they have no ability to arise in that time. But if you have a strong virtuous imprint, Dharma imprint, like imprint of emptiness, imprint of bodhicitta, those imprints, it will able to arise so that you can able to take that as a path to actualize the clear light. You see, but in order for that to happen, you need the capability to able to do so. The capability that you achieve is through absorption meditation in virtue. You get my point. This is very, very important. Only through absorption meditation you're able to live the most intense and deepest level of imprint in our continuum. So that even at the time that very much like you are in a deep sleep, when the white appearance, when after the anti-conceptual thought is purified, when the white, red, black near appearance and clear light experience arises, it's very much like in a deep sleep moment. You see, so. So it's in the deep sleep moment. I
didn't do anything.
You distract me.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, so so if you don't have a absorption state of experience, then you got a distraction can distract you.
I got laughing. Come on. Stop. I did stop.
So okay, I see you later. Okay.
What's here?
Okay. Okay. You see, so so you see, so our when we are not meditating, it's like this. So Mm. But then you see, so my point here is that the importance of absorption meditation. So when you have the the training in absorption meditation. So each time when you do absorption meditation, the imprint that you achieve from there, it live in the very, in the subtlest level of consciousness. So then, when there's an environment of no interference of negative emotions, like such as mentioned before, during the white, red, and near appearance and clear light experience, there's no opportunity negative emotions to obstacle you by nature. So there, then, because of the intense habitual result that you achieve in your continuum through meditative absorption, it naturally arises. The moment you arrive into that zone, all those virtues naturally arises in you. And whatever virtue that arises during that time, it becomes a conducive condition to utilize the natural experience of emptiness as a path, natural experience of clear light as a not wasted as a path, but it become a path. You see, during the clear light experience, there's an experience of emptiness, the natural experience of emptiness. But that natural experience of emptiness, unable to meet or unable to introduce as a path, then it is wasted. It's like a neutral kind of mind. It comes and goes. It's no benefit, So the clear light experience experienced by any living being who dies, even the ants, even the dogs, anyone dies. Natural occurrence of clear light, natural experience of emptiness is occur to everybody. You see, so we as a practitioner, we need to take advantage of that natural experience, and the way to do that is by actualizing all the tools now. And the tools that you achieve is not just intellectual learning of the Dharma. That's not good enough. Or contemplation on the Dharma. That's not good enough. You need to accumulate the imprint of the Dharma that you receive through absorption meditation. Absorption meditation, you see. So even the tiniest virtue, so even the virtue of let's say expressing compassion, if you meditate it in an absorptional level, that will assist, that will become a condition to help to actualize clear light on clear light as a path, you see. So now, in order to do absorption meditation, you need to have an object of absorption meditation. Otherwise, what to meditate? Otherwise, how to get into absorption, isn't it? So the object of absorption meditation is the wisdom that you achieve after actualizing the contemplation on the Dharma, the contemplation on emptiness, contemplation on bodhicitta, contemplation on love, compassion, any form of Dharma, guru yoga practice, all the subject that stated in Lamrim, whatever subject, all those are the Dharma. Whatever subject of Lamrim, you contemplate onto it, then after contemplation, you will come to a point that, undoubtedly, confirmation, this is it, undoubtedly confirmation to your own conviction that this is it. Like such as on emptiness, truly self and phenomena is completely lacking of inherent existence. This is it. That you really experience the void of inherent, inherent attachment, to the inherent attachment to the self, inherent attachment to the phenomena. You really feel that it is completely lose that attachment. You really come to a point that the absolute void of true existence, or inherent existence or substantial existence. You see. See, so when you achieve that, you achieve the wisdom of contemplation. Wisdom of contemplation. Then that wisdom, or this conviction, I see, and the experience of that void, that is the wisdom. And that wisdom is the object that you should be observing onto it. You should be conducting absorption meditation onto it. And that the quality of that absorption meditation need to carry single pointedness. You need to have the mental capability of placing single pointed onto it. So without the single pointed mind, you cannot, deep dive into it or absorb into it. Like a sponge, sponge. What you put the water onto the sponge, like completely absorb. Like it's very much like that. Your entire concentration has to be completely single channel, absorbing into it. And remaining that observed mind, which carry the quality of single pointedness, as well as very clear vision of the mental vision, clear mental visions of what you have known through the analytical meditation, which is like completely detached of, completely losing of attachment of inherent existence. That clarity, that clarity, you increase the single pointed holding onto that meditative object, as long as it's possible, So initially, maybe 1 minute, then gradually 2 to 3 minutes, 1 2 hours, and the more you do more, and when you wake up from the absorption meditation, the sign of you achieve the wisdom of absorption meditation is that during the post meditation, you experience the emptiness. You experience emptiness through your eye consciousness, through your ear consciousness, through your sense, through your feeling consciousness, through your mental consciousness. Whenever you open the door of your senses to the object, it is no more perceiving the object the way how you used to perceive before. Now it's completely different. You see, you perceive, but you perceive in empty. You perceive losing of inherent existence. You perceive exist but do not exist at the same time. You see, the impact, you see, they are very much like how to judge that I have achieved the wisdom of meditative absorption on emptiness. I'm giving example. So when you wake up from meditation, then you experience that. You see, so you're losing attachment. You're losing all the negative emotions. The negative emotions such like anger, attachment, ego, all these are the different phases of ignorant, isn't it? Different phases of ignorant. Ignorant meaning not knowing the emptiness, not knowing the ultimate reality of self and phenomena. You see? So now, because of the absorption meditation, now it's impacting, because of your meditation, now it's impacting to your day-to-day life. It's affecting your day-to-day life, beneficial impact. You see? You enjoy the coffee. Today you had tea or coffee? In Chakdong Jendong, you had tea or coffee? You have tea. You had something, isn't it? Okay, so whatever it is, coffee or tea or chocolate or even you didn't have anything, whatever.
We had both,
I
Geshela.
see someone is having a nice.
A nap. We had both tea and coffee. Yes, thank you.
Okay, you have tea and coffee. So you have tea and coffee, and maybe the weather might be very good over there now. I don't know.
Very
It's
nice.
good weather.
Very sunny and warm.
Very nice.
Yes.
Okay. Good temperature. You see. So now, if you have more experience of absorption meditation on emptiness, the taste of the tea and the coffee will be much more delicious than before. Even the taste is awful, you will still find blissful. So then you also, there won't be any complaint. Basically, there won't be any complaint. So when you have more absorption meditation on, you really have the good meditation on absorption meditation on emptiness. You have a more and more sustainable this quality of you are completely okay with everything. Even when you feel the pain, you feel still okay. When you feel the pleasure, you still feel okay. You see, it doesn't mean when you realize emptiness, you don't feel the pain. You will feel the pain, but you are okay, and you have a very, very, very you carry a very positive impression. Because the wisdom of emptiness is very, very the best wisdom, and that wisdom has so many other sub wisdoms that which arises within you. Always have a good reason. Let's say if you have a very, very awful taste, or the taste of the tea that which is not that you are not expecting, then you will have a very, very beneficial wisdom. So because of this taste is no good, therefore I can appreciate the other good taste of the coffee. So but in short, there will be no complaint. Basically, you start to lose complaint in life. So so anyway, I don't know whether I give the right good example or not, but so you see, so in the tradition or the ultimate wisdom of emptiness, in the tradition of Nagarjuna, is not negating relative truth. In you see, in Buddhist schools, even the Buddhist fourth school, even when we refer to Chittamatra, it looks like, it's like negating quite a huge version, huge area of, relative truth, because of negating the physical existence. Everything is just imputed by mind. It's nothing exists. Physical level, there's nothing exists. So everything expressions of mental imprint. But when it comes to the Pasangika Madhyamika view, like the Nagarjuna, which is ultimate Buddha's view, they assert the physical, the relative existence. Samsara is there, nirvana is there, good is there, bad is there. But the difference is that relative truth is not ultimate truth. that relative truth is truth to the relative, but not truth to the ultimate. So we still have a room. If we enhance our wisdom, we still have a room to overpower the relative truth, overpower the relative truth. Even though samsara is real, but right there, if your wisdom is fully matured, you actualize nirvana, exactly the place where you just now you spotted as samsara. Make sense? Right now ourselves we assert our samsara is here, isn't it? We are samsaric person, samsaric being, and our aggregates are samsara. You see, so if our wisdom fully matured in emptiness, right on this spot, you find liberation, and that is asserting relative. But when your wisdom is enhanced in ultimate wisdom, then that can completely overpower all the relative existence. And that's not talking about you are negating relative existence. You see, so therefore, you come to understanding, exists, but at the same time do not exist. Exists, according with cause and conditions, the karmic cause and conditions, but do not exist ultimately the way how it appear to be exists as ultimate in relative, so like that. So anyway, so now, the main point is a meditative absorption. So that's important. So in order to be able to do that, you need to contemplate on the Dharma topic, like such as emptiness. Then you contemplate until you gain a wisdom of contemplation. But in order to have the object to be contemplated, so we need to study. We need to gain a wisdom of knowledge. So first, we need to study correctly. Then we should study, many philosophies, many lineages, many texts, many versions of teaching. Then ultimately you come to a understanding all version in one taste. All versions of teaching, you taste in one taste, not different tastes. Like Nyingma teaching, you taste different, bit thick, bit maybe bitter, I don't know. Takyu maybe bit sour. Then Sakya and then bit I don't know, Gelug something. Not like that, you see. So there's different traditions, different versions in philosophy. There are 4 major philosophy of Buddhist teaching. They present differently. We should understand these are all different skillful means. But the listener ourselves, when we listen for the correct purpose, for liberation, then we need to make ourselves, to taste one taste, sameness, same taste. You see, so initially, it's so beneficial to study many philosophy, many tradition, from many teachers, But then after that, we cannot just always do that, we cannot remain just doing that, always just go and just only study. We need to give enough time to contemplate. So in order to contemplate, we need to have the resources to contemplate. We need to have many philosophical presentations to analyze, your learning is correct or not, isn't it? You need many versions of teachings to make sense to what you learn. You need to study many scriptures, make sure that ultimately it really support to make us understand the deepest level, the most profound level, isn't it? So that's why we need to contemplate. You see, contemplate through your accumulation of knowledge you learn, what you have learned through scriptural supports, through discussions, through logics, through reasonings, through common sense. That's the way you contemplate, isn't it? So just scriptural support is not good enough. Just logic is not good enough. Just common sense is not good enough. So you need, when we contemplate on Buddha Dharma, just normal virtue may be okay, but when you contemplate on Buddha Dharma, you contemplate on the Dharma, which knowledge that it is so profound, it is linkage is like so long, so deep, so profound, so vast, that we need all different angles of tools to contemplate onto it. Then you contemplate until that, this is it. Logic can destroy your final assertion, final understanding. Your common sense not contradict. This text don't contradict, that text don't contradict, this philosophy don't contradict, that philosophy don't contradict. So you have it will lead to a point that you have a full conviction, 100% guaranteed conviction in your heart, and that is the wisdom where you're going to meditate. You're going to do the absorption meditation. When you do absorption meditation, it's nothing to contemplate, nothing to analyze. Cannot analyze. Shouldn't analyze. Just completely remain in that, strengthen that conviction, through single pointedness, through single pointed and clarity of the object of meditation, you see. So, and then from there, then it will impact our relative world, relative life, you see. So otherwise, Dharma and our real life stay separate. Dharma sounds wonderful when our lives are quite comfortable, when we come together in the Dharma environment, Dharma is like quite easy to remember, quite easy to practice. But when you go into real world, difficult place, Dharma is like nothing help. You see, Dharma is separated from our reality world. Even we try to remember Dharma cannot come in our mind. It's the other environment is too overwhelming. Like an example, when we get angry, we try to remember patience is not possible. It's very hard, isn't it? Have anybody succeed when you are full anger? Say, now be patient. Even you chant, patient doesn't come in your way. When you're full arising of attachment, then it's a detachment is not possible. So the antidote has to be fully prepared before the real world comes in our way, and that's through meditation. You see. So I think the topic that us to talk about, how to not to stay separate, our Dharma spiritual practice, our Dharma practice, and our real life, not to stay separate. It can able to bring together inseparable way is through deeper level of absorption meditation. Because a deeper level of absorption meditation will also boost our faith and faith and conviction in our practices. Our faith become more stable. At this stage, if you corner yourself, there's a danger of there are many points, there's danger of losing your faith in the refuge, losing of your faith in the Dharma practices. You see, talk so much about the benefit of bodhicitta, altruism. If you go out, someone slap you, right there, there's a you're cornered, the danger of losing your faith in bodhicitta, and maybe many number of years you've been offering service to others, And at the end, instead of people say thank you, people accuse you, people blame you, there's a danger of losing your faith in the practice of generosity, etc. So we have to come to a point that, we gain irresistible faith, irresistible conviction, in the practice, in the system of practice. And that way, the Dharma practice is always, present in all situations of our reality life. So without that, how many scriptural knowledge we have, how many philosophy, how scholar you may be, without the absorption meditation, is still separated. So how many retreat you do, if you haven't done, the absorptional level of practice, then again, after finish retreat, then when the reality world kicks in, it's quite hard, the Dharma to, act as an antidote. You see, so meditation is one of the key thing. So. So usually in tradition, in Tibetan Buddhist tradition, learning, contemplation, meditation, has to be practiced together. Shouldn't be separated. That's what us to do. And many of the Kadamba masters, like such as Lama Atisha, like Lama Domtamba, like Lama Tsongkhapa, like them, like Telopa, Naropa, these are all Kadamba masters. They didn't separate these three things. Whenever they are learning, they also contemplate, they also meditate. You see, every topic they learn, they make sure they contemplate, they make sure they absorption meditation. So then their spiritual life becomes so successful. Their realizations are so quick. And they achieve enlightenment within very short lifetime, like that. You see, so something like that. Okay. So anyway, so I will conclude. There's a saying, the more you learn the Dharma, the more humble and more calmer you become. The sign of more meditation is lessening of delusion. The more you will know how much meditation you have done. If delusion is getting less and lesser, means you are meditating well. Anger is getting less and lesser. Impatience getting less and lesser. Jealousy is getting less and lesser. Attachment, grasping is getting less and lesser. Ego is getting less and lesser. Then increasing of love, understanding, patience, compassion. So these are the sign of that you have meditated. So something like that. So since the Tibetan Buddhist tradition talks about these three things cannot be separated, meaning the result of practicing Dharma has to occur now, and not later. You see, even it may be very minimal, but has to occur now. The result of practicing Dharma has to occur the next journey, or the later, when you go back home. So you're much more calmer than before. Your delusions are less reactive than before. So that has to happen. And then maybe some may think that, oh, this is like quite stressful. No, we cannot feel stressful. This is so good for you. So good for others and so good for everybody. So it's just asking you to take the good part. It's so it's okay. So we don't have to feel stressful, and we have to try. We have to try our best to experience the impact of engaging in the spiritual path, Dharma path, now and then. You see, so now tool to do that is mindfulness and introspection. Mindfulness in the teaching. Mindfulness, anything that reminds you. So mindfulness and introspection is the one. Just now what I said. Since three things cannot be separated, three things cannot be separated. So right now we have done this short Dharma session, meaning result I should expect right now, and I should expect later when I go back home, and I should expect some degree of result tomorrow onward, maybe at the workplace. So like that. So then that way, I think we can truly enjoy our life. Truly, meaningfully enjoy our life. Because as long as our systems are occupied by love and compassion and patience and cherishing of others' well-being, there's no room to feel inconvenience. There's no room to feel inconvenience by others' actions, especially by others' wrong actions. Who actually feeling inconvenience is our egoistic person is the one who experiences inconvenience. Jealousy person is the one who experiences inconvenience. Angry person is the one who experiences inconvenience, isn't it? Attachment, grasping. So you see, but yourself, your system is completely transformed. Completely kind of like put a new plug or the new fuse, new organs. We put all our organs change, Dharma organ. All our what you call the what you call the or we wear Dharma glasses, Dharma ear plug. Nowadays, what's it? The Pro. So now we wear Dharma Pro ear plug. So many of here, we are interested in not only Tibetan Buddhism, but Tibetan Tantric Buddhism, isn't it? So that has to be sweet path, So we have to wear the Pro one. The normal, ordinary cannot. So we need to wear Pro Dharma ear plug, Pro Dharma eyeglasses. Then so the frequency also very, what you call it, very fast, isn't it? After burst into anger, then only say I'm sorry, sorry. Okay, where is the Dhamma book? Talk about anger. Where's the chapter 6 in Bodhisattva of the Charya? Didn't work up to now. So we cannot go through the slow motion. So we have to go through the pro motion, the pro quick. So like that. So then we can enjoy our life. We can enjoy. We will be. People criticize you. You're no problem. People blame you. No problem. At the workplace, give you all the difficult job. You feel thankful. At home, you are the one that need to do all the chore. Everybody relaxing, watching TV, eating, sleeping, but then asking you to do everything, clean, cook, you will say thank you very much, giving thank you very much, like that, So the moment right there, the moment you feel appreciative, you feel that I got opportunity to serve others, I didn't need to wait for so long to serve others. Right in the family, after go back, I get opportunity to serve everybody, like so thankful, you see. So like immediately, we get understand like that, you see. Then also any difficult things comes in your way, remembering practice of like Tonglen, remembering practice of enhancing your compassion to all sentient beings, So immediately, you see, you're not lost. When problem comes, you're not like kind of like lost in the fear or lost in confusion, rather immediately, you take opportunity to purify the karma, generate great compassion to Tonglen practices. So this immediate is like the pro, like that. Then any good things comes in your way, you really feel very appreciative, but at the same time also think for others, sharing the merit with others, So how beautiful life can be like that, isn't it? Wherever you go, it's so wonderful like that, so meaningful, in this very brief moment of lifetime. If we're able to live a life like that, what can be more meaningful than that, isn't it? When it comes about die with hunger, die with poverty, even billionaire die with hunger also. Not only people who have no money die with hunger. When we talk about problem, even those generals, the kings, those ministers, also got into problem. Billionaires get into problem. Not just those who don't have material resources get into problem. Everybody very much experience the same thing in samsara: suffering of change, suffering of pain. Then. Of course, pervasive compounded suffering is every moment experienced by everybody equally. So, so there's no bias. If any individual you're ready to live a life in the Dharma, according with the Dharma, meaning that you choose to live a life most joyfully, most meaningfully. This is your choice, and everybody has the choice. You see, and in this brief lifetime, in samsara, if you're able to live a life like that, then I think it's so meaningful, isn't it? Yeah. So I think I will stop here. Thank you very, very much. And also, those of you who are near the center and those who are able to find time, to come to center, then especially, during events, so I think everybody, you can also take opportunity as a karma yoga. People should come together and help each other to make the event vibrant, and that's also great practice, great service. You make the Dharma event as much comfortable as possible, like even for cooking, preparing gomba, there's a lot of things that you can do. One of the very meaningful things that you have a Dharma center as a community place, where not just during the teaching, just for that moment come together, but before that or after that, everybody find ways to have activities, help each other to make as more and more comfortable, because like Dharma centers is like a home for the Buddhas and a home for the child of the Buddhas. Like each and every one of you are the child of the Buddhas. So it's very much value like Bodhisattvas, So make Gomba so comfortable. A lot of yummy food to eat, a lot of nice coffee to drink, tea to drink, then a lot of laughter, Then whenever you need some boring time, then ask me to talk. Then I will give you very boring time. Otherwise, you can have a very, very nice, comfortable, make it very cozy. Okay. So those are also so important because today's time is not easy to have a place, to come together, especially those of you who directly, indirectly have a karmic connection to our precious Guru, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, Lama Yeshe. Then, so these are the centers are the mandala. Center is the home for Lama Zopa Rinpoche and Lama Yeshe and all your gurus. And it is all of us practice Chenrezig. Our anybody follow Tibetan Buddhism, our main meditational deity is Chenrezig, compassionate Buddha Chenrezig. Then there are, I think Tara, everybody practice Tara, like that. So you see, so in the Gomba, there's so many holy objects. So these are our deities, embodiment of our gurus. So not just one or two people, but everybody who have time come together to help and make it vibrant. Otherwise to set up a new center is so difficult, not easy. To run a center is not easy. So if the community who is near to the place, if don't come together to make it vibrant, then eventually it will be hard, you see. So it's not like a normal job. So it is karma yoga. It's accumulations of merit. It's like kind of like before each event, when you clean up the Gomba, even the Gomba is super clean, but still should clean. Even though Gomba is full of offering, but still, you make more offerings. Make it, even it's already so beautiful, so nice, but then still try to make as, in whatever way you can. Even just the flower arrangement, just put just 1 inch, just moving like this, just to make slightly much more beautiful than before. Even that is, you're making up your gurus and Buddha's deities mandala. Like, when our precious gurus comes to your home, how would you excitedly prepare Rinpoche's room like that, isn't it? It will be similar like that, you see. So I rejoice. I see a lot of people in Changtong Chendong today. I'm so happy to see that. And also so many others that are on the online. Thank you very, very much from everywhere. And some of your time may be completely opposite, but I appreciate. And yes, and today is also the first day of your day is first day of New Year, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so it's it's also anniversary of our most precious Guru Lama Yeshe's 40 years of anniversary. Because of Lama Yeshe, Lama Zopa Rinpoche. I think that's the main reason why we all have karma to meet together. I think if this great lamas is not exist in this universe, maybe we may not have karma to come together. So it's whatever, the virtuous benefit that we experience, especially for myself, is totally due to the kindness of these precious gurus. So now how we can repay the kindness is by upholding their teaching. Again, in learning, contemplation, meditation, and taking the the teaching into our day-to-day life, not separating. So this is the best way to offer the service like that. Then also thank you very much, Venerable Lindy and SPC and all the team who make this session possible. Very auspicious. Thank you so much, and have a meaningful year and hope to see you all somewhere in part of the world. So thank you so much. And
Thank you.
Tashidele.
Thank you so much,
Geshe.
Geshela. We really want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for very meaningful and amazing wisdom for our pro activities for this year. Thank you very much. We like that antidote of using the pro of everything to really catapult, fast track every moment.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for that inspiration. It was very precious.
Thank you
We
so
hope
much.
to see you again soon and have a wonderful new year with the family. And
Thank you. Thank you.
an
Thank you.
ongoing tour. We hope to see you during your tour as well, sometimes on online. Join
Thank
like
you.
that with all our other brothers and sisters in the Dharma. And thank you everybody for joining us. It's been very beautiful seeing so many friends today from everywhere.
Thank you so
So
much.
heartfelt. So thank you so
Yeah.
much, Geshe. Thank you.
So I'm doing some, after this, I'm doing some practice, and here I'm in San Francisco, but tomorrow is the new year. So tomorrow I have some few prayers, I'm going to do, like such as the Long Life Sutra. Then there's one sutra called Tashitsekpa. So I'm going to dedicate this each and every one of you also, okay? So these are very good sutras to clear obstacles and also to make it auspicious in the blessings and for your good health, long life, fulfilling all your wishes. And of course, one thing that we should pray even harder, to swiftly actualize Jabjalama Sovereign, which is unmistaken holy reincarnation, in our life, to carry out, which is the enlightened legacy accordingly. Yeah. So I would dedicate all those sutras practice for you and your family. Okay. Thank you. Tujie.
Thank you so much.
Now say bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Pema.
Thank you, Geshela. Back to you, Geshela.
Okay, you have to say bye bye to everybody. Now it's my time for her.
Hey, Pamela.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, everybody. Happy New Year. Losar Tashidele. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.